Sort of. Yeah. One second, I'll be right back. Mario's just sleeping. I need a drink so bad. Wait, did I put it on intermission, not stream start. Yeah, okay, good.
Be right back to A Link to the Past.
Actual cannibal Link to the Past. Alrighty. Okay, let me get this set up really quick. Whoa, I can hear a lot of my computer noises. That's weird. Take a sip of my drink. I guess here's a way I would think the public would generally enjoy companies to make games. Now, I've noticed there's two extremes. You have sort of the extreme Nintendo takes, where they don't really keep up with like all of their IPs like people want them to. And I know that's like something you can't really fully you can't really fully expect them to be able to make all the games ever. And I know it's because a lot of the developers they don't seem to be the kind of guys who want to get stuck with one project over and over again. They like trying new things. They like spicing it up. And, yeah, in some cases, if they don't want to do something, they just hand it off to a B team. And that's why people don't tend to like it as much, is because the B teams aren't as good. Like, I've noticed Miyamoto is in a, like, experimental phase or something. But, aside from that, though, like, so Nintendo has that one extreme that's a little obnoxious, honestly. But on the other extreme, you have games like, I think it's like, what is it? Who makes the Assassin's Creed series? Is that Ubisoft or is that...
I want to say Ubisoft.
Whoa, why does it say hype CPU usage? One second. Hopefully Control-Delete won't, like, mess up anything. I should have just hit the test manager button, actually. Whoa, what's using up all that CPU? Whoa.
I can see your Wii menu.
Yeah, 1 second. I need to find... I think I'm gonna have to close Firefox. Just so that nothing lags. I've got it on my phone, so... But, no, yeah, whoever makes Assassin's Creed makes far too many of them. Nintendo doesn't make enough of their IPs. It's like the two sides of the issue.
And interestingly enough, I feel like they've done this from time to time, but they certainly don't do it enough for what I feel like they should be. But Hyrule Warriors, where they handed another team their IP and said, do whatever you like with this as long as it, is okay with our brand and everything. And we end up with fans of the series writing a really good fan fiction game from that series. And it's something different and it's fun to play, and it fills in gaps while you're waiting for waiting for the next big thing from them.
Oh my gosh! I opened up the game to the end of the credits! That's where I last left off! The last time I played! I guess I gotta reset.
It's gonna be a short stream if you start there, bro.
It's like, you can't get to the yeah, I guess that's just there, so I gotta reset like you would the console. But, no, I wouldn't mind if Nintendo or any company went in waves. You make a game that people love, then you, like, make another game, then maybe you make a sequel, then you make a sequel to the other game, then you make another original game, then another original, like, have generations of original games mixed in with,
Sequels to the awaited ones.
yeah. Also, one second, I gotta adjust, you know what? I'm not gonna go through all that drama of adjusting borders. I'm just gonna leave that how it is. Oh, wait, did I accidentally... One second. I need to... Give me back to the menu. I wanted to read this. Oh my gosh. Wait, did I just... I didn't mean this! Oh. Let's just reset again. I want to read the story. Also, I can sit way closer to my TV now that I don't have to rely on stupidness. Oh my
The game
gosh.
is running away without you.
Apparently. I think here should not be too loud. I'm gonna have to delete one of those files. So, this stream, I'm gonna try to 100% this game. Not today, but over time.
Long ago, in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule, surrounded by mountains and forests.
Okay.
Legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient
Omniscient, I can't pronounce words ever.
gold power that resided in a hidden land. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land.
Wait, what? Did it just skip it again? Stop that! I want to read the story!
You're not pressing any buttons while this is going on, are you?
I think I accidentally hit the B button.
Okay, don't do that again.
Is there a faster way to do this, or do I have to wait?
You wait. It is attract mode.
By the way, how's the audio now that I'm sitting a little closer to my television? I'm mostly asking the chat this because you're kind of just here.
Right, it may sound different to me than it does to the stream in general.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm like too loud over Kyle is the main issue. Kyle!
Can you hear me?
No. I ruined the mood by messing this up. Okay. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land. Sorry, no. Also, apparently all those people were shovel knights.
But no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gates to the land of the Golden Power. That seal should have remained for all time. But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legends of Zelda, Mode 7 ruled the land. A mysterious wizard known as Agamemnon came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule, Skeletor.
I just realized I could help you pronounce some of these names.
Oh no, I can't pronounce.
Though through evil magic he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after another. In another reality, he did this with paintings, and his name was different. And he was a clown. lasers from the palms of his hands. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. His voice has gotten stupid. Okay, we're good. Okay, we can start the game now. I'm done. So, first thing I should note is... Oh, shoot. Shoot. One second. You guys are gonna hate me for returning to the Wii menu really quick, but I need to check something.
Just don't read the story again.
I won't have to, I swear. Okay, let me just get... I need to check. I'll get right back to Zelda in a moment. Where's my... Do I really have to use the Wiimote? Whoa, okay.
Just in case that's a serious question in the chat, no, this is not the one where you walk in the walls. That's the sequel to this one.
Oh. Oh my. Okay, I need to check what the name of my save file in this is. Because there was a joke I was going to do, but everybody just calls him Mario in this and not your save file name. So, I need that. I need that really quick.
You're looking for a specific name for people to call you?
Yes. Yeah, I know today... Wait, why? Oh, do I have to use the classic controller? Apparently the classic controller.
I guess. That's what
start. Okay, I know what I'm doing. We're going back.
This is so roundabout.
I know. So, my first opinion I should note about all of this, is I really... Whoa, mouse, please, or cursor. Where are we going with this? What's happening? Okay, things are weird. No, when Kyle was visiting, I got to play A Link Between Worlds. And it was amazing. This game I played before A Link Between Worlds. And honestly, it's not as good at all. If you haven't played either, just play A Link Between Worlds. It's still good, but not as good.
What you're doing right now is reminding me of a childhood friend who wanted to use a name like, I think his exact name he was going to use was Dang It. So that it'd be like, dang it, you saved me.
Oh no. Oh no, I can't fit it. Why?
Try without a space. Make it actually look almost like a name.
How do I back on this?
There's a left arrow down there.
Oh, well. We're just doing it this way.
Oh gosh.
This is a train wreck.
It's the end of the world and we feel fine.
It's the end of the world and we know it, and I feel fine. There we go. That'll do. Sure. Help me! Please help me! Why did I give her this voice? I'm a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Ayudin has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Hey you! I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh man. It's been a while since I played this iteration of it. You got the lamp. You got the lamp. You got the lamp.
By the way,
Yes?
that wizard's name, his name is Aghanim.
Aghanim?
Aghanim. At least that's close enough. The wise man is Sahasrara.
Salty.
Sahasrara.
Sahasrara.
Yes.
I'm gonna call him Salsa if that's okay with you.
Just do not confuse him with the place where Princess Daisy is from, Sarasaland.
Salsa Land. No, I'm gonna just call the villain Graham Cracker.
Oh gosh.
Hey you.
I mean, I've heard Stranger Things.
Hey you, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield, listen. And listen, you can focus power in the blade by holding B, then release it using tutorials. Hey you can do it! Save the Princess Zelda!
You know, we never learned his name, but we probably couldn't pronounce it anyway.
Doody, 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 Yuga. No, what? Oops.
Can we call him Hey Yuga?
Hey Yuga. Oh man, money. Ah, that's the button.
If you didn't have a lantern, it would have been the lantern.
You're the lantern. Oh, wow.
There
Really?
are actually a lot of treasure chests in this area that would give you the lantern if you don't have it.
Really?
Anytime you open a chest and there's 5 rupees inside, that was probably the lantern.
Oh. And I'm guessing you really can't play this game without it. Why do I have this obsession? It's too early in the game for bushes to be useful.
Oh, don't worry, I've done this too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that and play another game.
No reason to compete where competition is not needed, right?
Oh no, you gotta compete. So this is why I kind of hate this game. I mean, what? Enemies can get stuck in you if you're not good at it. And it's obnoxious because they just keep hitting you. No, it's only really sort of an issue. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm remembering just how better A Link Between Worlds controls compared to this.
Just try not to think about that. Pretend it doesn't exist. Pretend it's like 1992 or whatever this is.
Oh gosh.
How old were you in 1992?
-4.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
Wow, 1992. I kind of forget how old this is. Yeah, I'm gonna probably die a lot, by the way. Do I use the shield again? Oops.
The shield will just block projectiles coming from that direction.
Oh, it's that. I forgot. It's been a while. Oh,
This is not the Game Boy game where you hold it in front of you with a button.
Man. Being able to hold shields is great.
Not when it takes up an item slot.
Die, monster. So, it's interesting thinking of the sort of trivia about how... Ooh, I still got hurt. Apparently, originally you could see the faces on the dudes in the armor here. I forget if that was in this game or the other one, but I think it may have been this game. Like, they were designed more so you could actually see their face under the helmet. But because they didn't want people seeing them as people, because it just felt a little too dark that you were just killing mind-controlled civilians.
Okay, there's an interesting little chat comment. I've never seen this game before. It's a top-down view, but you can see Link's entire face, so he must be walking with his neck craned upwards. You should see some of the behind-the-scenes images of Link Between Worlds, because they actually do tilt the 3D models so that it's like they're standing at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, the game pretty much looks like this, but it's all 3D. So the models are all tilted in such a silly manner. Now the only problem is because they have the perspective switching. Oh jeez, get away from me. Because they have the perspective switching, sadly it looks kind of bad at times. Just die.
I love the fact that throwing jars at guys is so dangerous to them.
Also, yeah, I have the boomerang. Well, I should equip that. Is there a quick equipped in this game?
Nope.
Ew.
You go to that menu whenever you want to switch gear. Little bit of a flow breaker, perhaps.
Oh shoot, I should have been reading this. I fear the worst. Wait, why did I pick that voice now? I fear the worst for my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first, we have to go to the main floor. Let's go. This always happens. I don't have a female voice because my voice is too deep for it. So it just becomes squeak.
I dread the day we go and rescue Princess Moran.
Oh. I like how this door has to, like, take a moment to realize that the doors are unlocked. Run. Okay, one thing I do like about these games is they do at least take into account that backtracking is annoying. And they let you avoid most of it.
Yeah, they've got a couple of shortcuts for going back that are nice.
Man, the SNES, though. Can I just, like, take a moment to, like, note that it's pretty bad that this game looks good enough that currently the indie market of, like, pixel art games usually doesn't look much better. unless it's 2D sprites on 3D models. There's a secret passage in the throne room that leads to Sanctuary. I'm sure the old man there will help us. Because it's like, okay, there are a lot of good pixel art games these days, but notably it's like, it's the ones that actually try to, like, put lighting and effects. That ornament shelf should open. Do you have a light? It's pitch dark inside and you can't really see without one. Let's go to the left.
I think if you don't have the lantern and you go in there, you still get the personal light in front of you.
Oh, interesting.
Also, I don't remember if I did it exactly, but one thing that I have tried to do for this opening sequence a couple of times is to try to get to Zelda and get her to this point without getting seen by any of the guards.
Oh, yeah? Does that do anything?
That does involve knocking one to his doom before he sees you, technically, but it's just disappointing that there are always wanted signs with your face on them, whether you get seen by anyone or not.
Oh, you were trying to do that. I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, there used to be an era of games where you could believe that anything was possible.
Oh, it's so hard to play these sort of games without the multi-directional controls. Come on. I like my dual stick. Well, you know, A Link Between Worlds wasn't dual stick, and it still played well.
First time I played through this, actually first couple of times, I didn't realize you could actually use the lantern to light those what appear to be torches.
Wow.
So I just came through here in the dark every time.
That must have been spooky.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spines. Snakes and rats will
Be snakes and rats because that's not the song.
Aw.
Key. I'm just getting, like, destroyed. The early game for these kind of games usually is a little harsh. Just because you don't have much health. This game's not so bad. Unlike most roguelikes, most of them are real cruel because everything still does so much damage. What is this you're searching? A 3D Link to the Past? A Link Between Worlds is pretty much a, what would you say, a spiritual successor of the same name?
The best term that I've heard for it is a reimagining.
A reimagining. Yeah, that's a great term. After passing through these sewers, we'll be very close to Sanctuary. Let's be careful. It's very much the same, but it's so much improved.
I just typed the name into the chat just for clarity for anyone who wants to search it.
Ooh, money. Come on. Give me a heart. Gotcha. Whatever. I'll live without hearts. It's for the 3DS, by the way. As like another note.
I feel like the one picture that I was thinking of that showed the side view of the models that were angled like that, I think that is from Did You Know Gaming.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. They usually have stuff like that. So I think when that, at least at the point that they showed it, there must have been something one of the developers must have showed at one point.
It was either that or someone hacked it so they could move the camera.
Yeah, I don't know what the homebrew can do on that console quite yet.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Cool.
But one way or another, there is a screenshot of it, and I think it's from Did You Know Gaming.
Huh. By the way, this is one of those games where you can use keys on pretty much any dungeon you can get to, right?
I think they are limited to the dungeon you find them in, but I can't say that for certain offhand.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I feel like it may just be me remembering my playthrough of the Shantae game, but I remember the trick to not use certain keys.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to play a normal playthrough of the Shantae game, Pirate's Curse. Then I want to do a normal. Then instead of just doing a pirate mode, I want to, or a new game plus or whatever you want to call it. I want to go and shoot. I'm just thinking really quick. I want to try to do my 6 keys run where there's like 6 keys left by the end of the game.
6 golden keys, you called it, in honor of Mario Land 2.
By the way, Gold, these walls, is there any way to get back here with bombs?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I actually did that on my playthrough.
Actually, those walls with the big circular cracks around them, you can also break those with the Pegasus boots.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
so you don't even need to use up a bomb for it.
I can't remember if I actually did that when I played.
And what's back there is just money and maybe a piece of heart or something.
Oh, okay. Fine. I won't be risky. I'm about to die because I'm, like, getting greedy.
But you're so close to getting your health extended.
Okay. I could die here, actually.
Don't pull the wrong one.
Whoa, how did I not die? Oh gosh, I thought the mice only went across the walls! They stopped going only across the walls! I failed miserably.
You were so close.
I know. I thought they only went across the walls. I thought I was safe. Sorry, after playing A Link Between Worlds, it is honestly really hard to get used to this. It's just...
I suppose this part is no secret. The way you get back there when you do have Pegasus boots and or bombs isn't the same way you get there the first time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I think you drop into that very room that has the cracks.
Interesting. I feel like, unless I did get that and I just never noticed it was the same place, that might be why I didn't get those, like, last pieces of heart. Yeah, I'm not gonna be greedy this time. I'm just gonna go through. I think, did I keep my money?
You might have. Yeah, I think you did.
I mean, if that's the case, I don't really need to waste time. I mean, I don't really need money in this game because, honestly, if I recall, those mini games pretty much are just infinite money generators. Because they give you more money than you lose on them, no matter what. You know, I'm gonna jinx it by saying that, but that's what happened in my last playthrough. The, like, 100 rupee rewards would always, be just so easy to get.
Sure.
Come on. Yeah, I guess the mice occasionally come off from the walls to attack you. I didn't notice that. I forget, doesn't it just drop enemies when you pull the wrong one?
Yes.
Snakes, if I recall. Funny enough, every time there's one of these levers, I pull both anyway. Snakes? Whoa, that's a lot of snakes. Ow, get off me. Okay. I forgot. The one thing that drives me insane is the sword swipe doesn't feel like it actually covers the region it hits. Like, visually.
Sure. Sure, I get you.
Princess Zelda, you're safe. Is this your young doing? Hey, you.
It didn't work for that sentence.
Yes, it was Hey You who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard... Wait, oh, that's Zelda talking. I should have just named him Hey. Because everybody in this game says Hey You, or name you.
If he releases the seal of the seven wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before it destroys all the you can do it, you can.
Oh no.
I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. I should stop doing this voice. I really should. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary master sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of the one of the seven wise men. Maybe you can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map. But watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will... This is so long! Why? For you know, Allied Princess... Oh wait, it's him talking now. Okay, honestly, I could not tell when it transitioned.
Neither can I.
No, Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the Elder. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Honestly, like, when was the transition?
The text box must have blinked at one point.
My gosh. Also, I really want the Pegasus boots right now. Just so I can move at a decent pace.
One dungeon later. By the way, just for fun, I'm going to just post into the chat that the link to the picture where it shows the slanted perspective thing.
Yeah. By the way,
just so that everyone can see the wonders that was that game.
By the way, I've already noted the awkward thing about this game and how cool the bushes are. 2 bushes in and a bee spawned already. I absolutely hate
That didn't
bees.
take long.
I never use the bees in the game because why have anything but health potions?
Yeah, I pretty much just use bottles for a fairy and maybe a few other kinds of potions.
By the way, welcome to Mode 7 land. Oh man, that pixel warping is... Oh boy.
But the map feature itself is really nice.
Yeah, it's actually really nice for a Zelda game. That's what made the first 2 so cruel. I think everybody left when we changed to Zelda. I'm surprised. People tend to love this game. So I was just looking the map over. It's been a while. You know, Zelda 2 is honestly really interesting. It's too bad that it's just, like, totally unfair and annoying.
There's a game that would be really interesting to see what they would do if they wanted to remake it.
It's the most different Zelda game up until Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Not the weirdest one, but the most different one.
What can I do for you, young man? The elder? Oh no, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but long ago, a prosperous people known as the highly inhabited this land. Legend tells of many treasures that the highly hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. But people say that now it's sleeping deep in the forest. Okay, can I bring up an odd thing about this game?
What you got?
Or I should say the Zelda games in general. One second. Anyway, look for the elder there. Must be someone in the village who knows where he is. You take care now. Hey, you. No, the Master Sword's like supposed to be this uber, like, crazy specific thing. That's,
yes.
But, I mean, it feels a little weird that the one dude can just kinda improve it. And I'm like, what?
Yes, that is rather unusual. By the way, fun fact, you can actually go see the Master Sword right now, even though you can't take it yet.
Wait, really?
Nothing stops you from going to where it is.
So, okay, really quick. All these blocks can be pushed any direction once, right? Is that how these puzzles work?
That's the puzzle.
Okay, I'm bad at these puzzles, so give me a moment.
There is a way to do it with one without having to like leave the room and come back.
Oh yeah, you can do that, can't you? To reset everything.
Yeah, there's a specific way to do that.
Oh man, I'm so bad at these. I think I need to move that one. Wait, oh there it goes. Wait, I think I sort of messed it up. Yeah, I think I messed it up because now I can't get to that one, can I?
This puzzle is one that I will definitely not be able to help with very effectively because of the lag thing.
Oh yeah. Wait, I can't push this rock. Can I push it this way? Oh, well that changes my whole, like, order of operations. Whatever. Got these two, but I missed one, I think. Yeah, I need to come back in here. Just kidding.
While you're figuring this out, I'm gonna step away again for just a few minutes.
Alrighty.
I will be back.
No, you won't, you liar.
I will.
You liar. You lie through your teeth. Because that's how mouths work. I don't even know. There we go. One way or another, I got that. It's a Zelda. Oh gosh, now I don't have commentary. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh no. Well, I've got money. What does this guy have? Does this guy sell me a jar?
You, sir, have you been going through life without one of my hold anything bottles? Well, step right up and make your life complete. I've got one for sale till now for the low price of 100 rupees. I'll take one. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. Now, hold it above your head for the whole world to see, okay? It's good for business.
What business? You don't sell anything else this entire game.
This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside of it and use it later.
Sure, let's go with that. I want to pull this.
So, okay, I got the first bottle. That's good.
Hey! Hey you! The one-man soldier! Oh. Thanks for that.
If I recall, you can actually get like a lot of rupees here once you have the Pegasus boots.
I'm just gonna keep this music going for a bit. This guy just runs off.
Oh, how you? The rumors say you kidnapped the princess, but I still trust you.
Do you, though?
I trust you.
Oh, gosh, hi! I'm gonna throw a chicken at a chicken. Everybody's gotta do this once in their life.
Oh dear.
Wait, why aren't they getting
And
angry?
only once.
They're not getting angry. This isn't
Wait, are
working.
you indoors?
Oh, I'm indoors. I guess it doesn't work inside?
Doesn't work inside now.
Well, good for me then. Oh yeah, that lady, I can go in her house now. I think. I don't think it...
Don't let her see you.
Yeah. She gets really angry. She's rude. Oh, there's just pots in here. Oh, and a chicken. Nice. Sometimes
That specific chicken does a weird thing when you use magic powder on it.
Oh.
That's what this game is like sometimes.
You know, the magic powder is something that I always, like, never used as much as I probably should have. Because it has
It's
specific
weird.
effects. So I just don't know, like, all the different things you can, like, do with it.
There
Hey,
are...
there's Mario on that wall there.
Pull it.
What?
Pull that picture.
What?
Go over to the picture.
What?
Grab it. And pull.
What? I never knew that! Well then. That's clever.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, another angry woman.
Yeah.
I feel
That's why
sorry
the
for
Mario
this.
picture's in her house.
I feel sorry for this dude whose house is always overgrown.
Hey, hello, sorry about my yard. It's a little overgrown. Thanks for visiting. I'm glad to have company to talk to.
Well, maybe if you cut your lawn sometimes.
I'll tell you an interesting story. There's a lake swimming with Zoras at the source of the river, but it's hard to find. The treasure of Zora can turn people into fish. I'd love to see that.
Sure you would, dude. Sure you would.
But yeah, I can think of 3 specific objects that the magic powder has a reaction to that's notable. And pretty much all else it's good for is turning enemies into weird little blob trash bag things. Which is good for the cactus things that electrocute you, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw her. A very nice young lady at the waterfall of wishing in the hills where the river begins. Hey you should meet her. At least once. I'm sure you'll like her. I'm drunk with milk.
My son really liked... All these guys in this town have the same voice for some reason.
Like to play flute.
But he went to look for the gold power and has not returned. I wonder where he is and what he's doing now. No, I forget it. Does this game also have it, or is it just a link between worlds? One second. So there's... Okay, so this peg here, which eventually you'll catch up and then you can react to. In a link between worlds, there's a peg there, just like there is there. But in this game, there's bushes there, yeah.
But in that game, it doesn't do anything, to my knowledge. Like, there's nothing there. I don't think. Unless you have to dig there, and I forgot.
Yeah, I don't believe there's anything significant behind that peg.
Also, I already have two
I have
magic
no idea why
bottles.
it's there. What's that?
I've already got 2 magic bottles. Where do I get the 3rd and 4th? Just so I don't forget.
The third one, you need to be able to swim.
Oh, yeah.
The fourth one is in the Dark World.
Okay, good.
I hear you, Elder. What are you talking about? The grandpa? Oh, okay. Don't tell any of the bad people about this. He's hiding in the palace past the castle.
Of course the kid would know.
I'll mark the spot on your map. Here you go.
Fun fact.
By the way,
Huh?
don't leave the village without the net if you don't have it already.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to say, fun fact?
I can't buy anything here. Well, I could buy bombs, couldn't I? No, a link between worlds. You know how there's those map markers you can put on for yourself? Like, you can just...
You know, I don't think I ever used them, but I believe you that they're there because a lot of Zelda maps have those now.
I, too, never used them. I think if I bomb the back of this house, I can get in there. Where's the nut? Or whatever it is?
It's in, I think that lady who still trusts you is close to the house where you can find it.
Oh, okay. Is it like one of the shops?
It's not a shop, it's just a person's house.
Oh. I'm gonna buy some bombs. Just so I have them.
This is one of the few games where you don't need a bomb bag to carry bombs.
Does it ever upgrade? I forget.
You can get an upgrade, yeah. It's just, you pay a lot of rupees to do it.
Can I pull any Mario, or is it just that one?
Just that one.
Oh, a child is waking up.
I can't go out because I'm sick. People say I caught this cold from the evil air that's coming down off the mountain. This is my bug catching net. I'll use it when I'm better, but for now I'll lend it to you.
Oh, I thought when you said the nut, I thought you meant like a Deku nut, and I was confused because I didn't remember those in this game, but you meant the net.
That's what I said, yes.
That's what you said,
said
but
net.
not what I heard. You borrowed the net. I like how you borrow it, but you never give it back to him.
She doesn't get better until afterwards.
Oh, that's a she?
I think it
I
is.
couldn't tell because it's just a blanket with a small, like, Pokemon head sticking out of it.
Yeah, you go the whole game without really knowing, and then you see the person at the end, and it looks like a little girl wearing a dress.
Oh, well, that would make more sense if it's at the end.
Then again, we know what Link's outfit looks like in this game, so...
I can't get this book until later when I can run into this wall, can I?
Yeah, you need the Pegasus boots.
Alrighty.
Funny enough, I do not know if this is coincidence or not, and maybe it isn't, but that book is called Book of Medora, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think that's
And
right.
one of the projects that I looked at on Kickstarter a while
Oh,
back,
yeah.
which it's in the indefinite state right now, but the title of that one is Medora,
Yeah.
spelled the same.
By the way, this chest opening minigame, is this one of the ones where I can get a piece of heart?
I don't think the Light World version is. I think it's only the Dark World version.
Well, I'm going to play it a
think
couple times.
I think this one, the best reward you can get is 50.
Okay, which I already got once. Let's see if I can get it again. Well, I got 20 back. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So I've profited 30 or something. Let's just play it one more time for the heck of it. Or until I get another 50, because I want to see if it's as, like, forgiving as I thought it was. It might be the Dark World one that's actually weirdly forgiving. No, this one doesn't seem as forgiving as I remember.
Yeah, the Dark World one, there's a lot more to open, but you get 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think you pay more.
See, the joke there, why I want to see
This
if
one,
the-
I think it's just literally 120 or 50.
Yeah, well, this one I'm trying to remember if I was just getting lucky or if it's actually really lenient. Because, oh, I can't. Well, I can do stuff here. I forgot I have bombs already. Oh. Is there like... Oh, I have to select them, don't I? Darn it, I hate that. Can I talk to you? Yeah, hey you. Now I'm quarreling with my younger brother. I sealed the door to his room. Whoa, chair! Freaks me out every time. Let's fix that. There we
That sounded like you blew up a bomb and your chair broke in the same moment.
Hey, you. Did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Well, let's see. I can go back to town and do a few things with bombs already. So the doorway's open again. Okay, okay. Maybe I should make up with my brother. Forget if this ever gets you anything aside from a path to this other area. You can't really like...
Yeah, I think the other area in the game inside is your reward.
Oh yeah, I don't remember being able to do this very well, but let me try.
You want the trick to do it the quickest way?
There's a way you can jump down midway, if I recall.
Yes, there is, and I know right where that happens to be.
Yep, I already found it. Congratulations. I got the thing.
Oh, good job.
I got stuck on my way to get it, but yeah, I got the thing. There's like a weird like foothold or something there. I wonder if you can do this with like the Pegasus boots without needing the trick.
My connection is kind of bad right now, so I'm not catching everything just yet.
Oh, okay. But so there's a piece of heart.
What were you wondering?
If you can do this with the Pegasus boots without the trick.
I think you can.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go right back into town really quick and see if I can get a couple things that require bombs. Now that I remember, I can already buy them.
Right, I think the Thieves' Hideout place has something.
Yeah, there's another chest game underneath. If I recall. I forget. Maybe there's something else there. But yeah, I might as well do that. Wow, it's already 11. Time passes. Also, this building in the corner of town has a secret explodey hole.
Does it?
I
I remember the
believe
Dark
so.
World does. I don't remember this one.
Maybe it's only the Dark World. Let's see. No, maybe not.
No, the bomb was so young.
No, maybe not. Maybe it is just the Dark World. Just wasting bombs. Yeah, I think it's just one of those weird cases. Well, time to blow up this lady's home. And the chickens. Chicken just stands there. Let's see, what's
This smells like gunpowder. Oh gosh.
Oh no. Yeah, pretty much. Alrighty, and one more on the thief's hideout. Get out of my way, lady. Actually, let me buy some more bombs. I want to see what my max is currently.
10.
Oh, I don't have rupees for it. I wasted them on gambling.
Yeah, to start with 10 is your max.
Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, I forget if I zoned out when you were telling me about if it's the fact that it's the fairies. Did you tell me about that, or did I just like zone out, or what? Or did you not remember either? But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the
What,
fairies.
for increasing the maximum?
Yeah, the fairies you can, certain ones let you increase it.
I told you they could be done, but I didn't say how to do it.
I mean, I've played this game before.
Yeah. I don't know how much you do or don't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's the fairies. I think everybody like, you know, it's funny. Yeah, I'll stream till like midnight or something, and then everybody's gonna show up again. For now, everybody's just gone. So far this way I can get. Oh yeah, it's this dude. Is this oh, this is the other half of this part of this puzzle. I need to get the hammer before I can do that. What dungeon is the hammer?
I think it's the first one in the Dark World.
Dang, I have to wait that long. Darn. Oh yeah, this guy needs his partner before he can do anything.
I think there's one other well that you can jump down in the village, where you can actually might be able to do a thing.
I totally forgot about that one. We're going back to the village again. I think I'll go up on the top half of the map. Nah, well, I could just stay. Well, no, I'm already up here. Might as well once I'm done with this. Yeah, I totally forgot. I could just go over here and do this. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Well, there's a cave over here, but I think that's the exit. I think the cave... I can't remember. There's one of these sort of areas. Like, the lower half has a thing, but also then the upper half has a thing, and they're both the same exit, though. I can't words, by the way.
That sounds like it's farther down.
Yeah.
You're farther down the line in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, for now it's just money, I think, there. It's really weird how they... Just how much they... streamlined a link between worlds in terms of, like, gathering arrows and bombs and stuff.
Sure.
By the way, question, do you remember if I can get anything from the fortune teller right now? Or do they just never give you anything and it's just bad advice?
Yeah, it's just, what do I do next plus heal?
Oh yeah, they heal you.
For random amount of money.
You're a random amount of money. It's starting to get lame, but that's what makes it funny. No. Let's see, can I get over there yet? No. No, yeah, I need the ability to break those. I think, yeah. I forget, couldn't you pull one of these graves? Aside from the one that's surrounded by stuff?
You can push any stone you can see forward, but most of them don't have anything. The upper left, I believe. Yeah, it's also blocked by stones, but the ones that are blocked by stones are the important ones.
I thought there was like one you could get earlier, but I can't remember if that's legit or not. Also, let's find the ferry.
There might be one, but you risk angering ghosts when you push them.
Oh, okay. Big ferry. Yes, soothe me!
I will soothe you.
Funny enough, I prefer the, Okay, so how do you play this game? Do you tend to get, like, a bunch of potions or a bunch of fairies? Or do you mix?
I like to have at least one fairy on hand.
I usually get at least 2 fairies because I'm bad.
Nah.
Man, the shield is so useless in this game.
And, like, early on, having fairies is definitely the way to go because they heal you fully.
Yeah, I wonder if I can get to the one that's over here and get 2 fairies. Yeah, late game, you want to get some potions, for sure.
Yeah. In one dungeon, they don't even recommend going in unless you have one that restores your magic.
Oh, yeah. Well, funny enough, I don't think I actually went in with the magic restoration. But, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not mandatory, but...
Yeah. Also, I forgot that I think it's the other world that has the little fairies, and this one has the big one. It's kind of like, I want the little ones, dang it!
Yeah. You just gotta find a secret fairy room in one of the dungeons.
You know, I'm glad I'm a bit more familiar with this game because, as you remember, do you remember when I first played this game and I was ranting to you on Skype about how much I hated this first dungeon? I honestly am not a big fan of the early game in this, but the late game actually gets good and the ending's pretty good.
Yeah, both those things are true.
Holy moly, sorry, I'm just remembering how angry I got from... It was just so stupid.
Fun fact, technically you don't have to talk to the Elder before you go in the first dungeon.
Oh, man. Well, you know...
And then he's just impressed.
You know what's bad about my my first playthrough is you thought the boss I would hate, which I'm probably going to do bad on with this playthrough, but I didn't actually hate the boss. I actually liked the first boss, and it was actually, it was hard, but it was actually a upside.
I lost you for that sentence.
Oh, 1 second.
I am indeed Salsa, the village elder and descendant of the 7 wise men. Oh, really? Hey you, I'm surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legends say only the hero who has won 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? Good, as a test. Can you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more about the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace.
ATB, did you just get here? Because I've been talking about A Link Between Worlds being better this entire time. Like...
It's true. I've talked to him a number of times, and he consistently finds that one to be far better.
Holy moly. Like, I'm not going to argue with you about this game being dated, because it is incredibly dated compared to A Link Between Worlds. If I had a 3DS capture card, or a 3DS in general, because I had to borrow it from Kyle to play the game for the first time, I would way more prefer playing that one.
Yeah.
But, it's like, even if, I don't know if you were, like, just joking there, but even if you were just joking, it's, oh, you were at another stream, that's why, okay. I couldn't tell from the user number hadn't updated, so I didn't know if you just joined. But even if you were just joking there, which I guess you were serious, the messed up part is I've seen people once or twice in my life, not really like a common issue, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people who defend this one as like still the best Zelda game, even though A Link Between Worlds exists. Like, when I think about it, so long as the Breath of the Wild is everything we're hoping it's going to be, that one will possibly become the next best Zelda game. For at least the 3D stuff. But then A Link Between Worlds, it's like, that game, the Breath of the Wild will replace Ocarina of Time as the hype master. And A Link Between Worlds has already replaced this as the hype master. You know, also, yeah. You know, it's weird how Ocarina of Time is still beloved as the best, but then it causes arguments between the people who like Ocarina of Time and the people who like Majora's Mask the most. Meanwhile, for me, currently, from my experiences, I think Wind Waker's my personal favorite. Mainly because of Wind Waker HD, which you can get the item that speeds up the sailing and makes it a little more tolerable. The sailing and the sense of adventure is right up my alley. So, that's my personal favorite one. Probably closely followed by A Link Between Worlds as my second favorite one. You know, if I finish Mario Galaxy and Paper Mario, I think my next big stream game
would be a Skyward Sword stream. Because I actually am fond of that one.
As am I.
So, yeah, this dungeon is annoying and stupid. I mean, what? Hopefully, now that I'm familiar with the game, not so much.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I can't even remember why I hated it. I think it's because you have to restart the whole thing when you die, and I was really, really bad at the game. It's like, yeah, no thank you. Zelda's an interesting series. And I could see people arguing that, it would be nice if the Metroid series... It'd be nice if Nintendo handled all of its, biggins like they do, Zelda. Because there's always been just enough Zelda games. You know?
That's true, yeah. Sometimes they announce them a year too early, but
Yeah.
there's always enough.
One second. I think I need the boomerang for this area more than anything. But, yeah. Like, you know, honestly, with the pacing of it, usually I'd say, like, 1 per console is a pretty solid way of working things. Because they have enough IPs that they could, like, pretty much output a major game for each IP. Just, like, once a year. They've got, like, enough IPs for it. Maybe, like,
Yeah, they could.
certain ones like Mario would double up. But, one second. I don't know, it's weird.
This thing may be one reason that you hated this place.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I did not like these anti-fairies. I think there was a part of this dungeon that really messed me up with them. Yeah, this is gonna go a lot smoother. Huh?
Not that it's standard practice to get it this early, but the magic powder is good against those things. It's like the biggest thing that it's good for.
Yeah.
And it's reasonable to get it before coming in the first dungeon if that's one thing that you want to be a little easier.
Are you asking about Great Gun Goblin in the chat there? Really, like, I had a pretty decent week of development, I can say that much. I'll probably do a little work tonight. Come on. You know what? Get him. I'll probably do a little more work tonight. Currently, I just have to test, like, 1 more game mode out of the 4 that we had. We're finished testing, I should say. And Kyle just needs to fix, like, 2 major bugs and add a couple things to the main menu, really. Otherwise, would you say it's pretty much...
Are we really that far along?
I mean, pretty much. Is it this room I hated? I don't know.
Things get hectic enough for me that it's like I have a list of the things that I need to do and everything, but I don't always keep track of how much is left, so...
I mean, you've got the issue with the spinners causing the freeze, and you've got the box pushing, box pushing, to fix a little bit, or the object pushing in general, I should say. It's not just boxes.
Yep.
Aside from that, you got a lot of little bugs, I guess. Not a lot, but, oh, I think I remember
Just
one...
little things.
Oh. What did you say?
Just little things that we'd like to see gone.
I think I remember one...
What were you gonna say?
...thing I hated. I'm pretty sure you have to do that room every single time. Like, if you... I forget, but I'm pretty sure you have to, like, pass through that room over and over. Is why I hated it. Anyway, no, yeah, so, yeah, you've got some little bugs to fix. Like that music thing that popped up all of a sudden. Like, I don't know what's
Yeah,
wrong
I think
with
I know what's wrong with that. I just have to figure out what to do about it.
Hey, you which is I, Salsa. I can talk to you telepathically when you touch these tiles. There's a hint, you can use the treasure hidden in the palace to defeat armored foes. So, oh, I remember this. I can't do this. I gotta come out the other direction. Which I think is like a drop-down thing. But, no, yeah, so the main menus are pretty much there. Oh, you do need to... Oops, wrong button. You do have it tracking high scores, but you haven't put the visuals into place yet? Is that one of the major things?
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that, you know, it's probably a good idea to have a visual for that.
Yeah, so I guess you just have to do that. I guess we do have to do one or two things for victory mode. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. These guys are obnoxious.
Like, the visuals aren't perfect yet, but I do have that thing set up so that, it's always starts from the base difficulty there. Oh boy, a can of worms in the chat.
That Pikmin game? I would say, well, I know Alti likes the atmosphere. He likes seeing like a simple puzzle Pikmin game. But he's not excited for the company that's making is the same as Yoshi's New Island. Oh, yep, this area is giving me bad flashbacks. And I'm low on health, too. Get those guys away from me. But, for me, personally, honestly, I have no interest in it. I don't think Pikmin translates into 2D very well. I don't think it's going to be terrible, but I think it's just going to be, like, slow-paced, I guess? Too slow-paced? I don't know. It looks like Lemmings without all the things that made Lemmings fun.
Funny, I've never seen any gameplay footage of Lemmings.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really much like Lemmings, but sort of-ish. I don't know. Like, it's got a lot of things that my personal biases don't work well with, I guess, is part of the issue. It's just an okay-ish looking 2D puzzle platformer, I guess. It looks very slow and lacks very much on screen. Was it this room that drove me insane? I don't know. And I'm personally not a fan of the 3DS's unstylized 3D effects. I don't think 3D looks very good on the 3DS. Just because
That's a shame by itself.
it doesn't. Okay, 3DS handles a lot of stuff pretty decently. One thing it does not handle well is resolution. And I honestly am one of those people who actually, you know, I don't care about like polygons and texture quality and all that craziness, but I want a high resolution screen. And like for games like this, why it works is because it's specifically built to fit the exact resolution it needs to. It's got outlines, it's got pixel art, it's got stuff like that. Oh gosh, this guy's gonna be a pain. And it's like the Mario Luigi Superstar Saga game. I really liked how that one looked, but as the series went on, I feel like the games sort of have lost their stylistic charm. Come on. Come on. Gosh darn it. I forgot how obnoxious this was. So I guess that's my sort of 3DS rant. I think the console's great, and games like A Link Between Worlds actually looks really good. But some games just don't look as good. I think one thing that does not help is the resolution of the 3DS does not look good in YouTube videos. So for their trailers, it does not work out.
I always remember thinking how much of a shame it is when they have trailers where they have a pre-rendered scene of really cool looking bit of action, and then they show the gameplay footage, and it just looks so bad by comparison. It's just like, if this was on the Wii U, it would look at least more like that pre-rendered shot.
It's like, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. It's like Kirby Robobot, which is a game that, from what I could tell, ended up coming out really well. But the trailer for it, it goes from that really, really cool looking cinematic to, ow, that's a resolution. The game doesn't look, like the I don't know, it doesn't look bad, but it's like, by comparison, it looks bad. Why'd this guy, oh, that's why he crumbled. Stop it. What is happening? I'm not sure I've seen that from what I could remember, where they just turn into skulls and fly at you.
I think it's a unique thing from this one spot.
Yeah. So, I want to kill you. You're giving me trouble. I remember the bow is, like, really good in this game. Right? If I recall. That's why they have to limit your arrows. Oh, wow, that pot just killed that dude.
Yeah, these jars are deadly. I don't know what they've got in them, but it just works.
Pot. Let's go to this period.
Oh, where that, since I'm a little behind, I can't tell you exactly where you are, but you see those, if you're still in that central room where the big chest was, there's those jars on the floor that you can jump into from above.
Oh, wait, what? I've never...
Do that.
Oh.
Those teleport exit tiles on the floor reminded me.
Oh, that's what those were. I don't know if I've ever done this. Can I do this multiple times, or did I just waste those fairies? Okay, good. I remember I would always go in, and then I'd get the fairies, and then I'd go back. Oops, well, I need one more for this boss. One more time. Oh wow, the pop singer from the Goofy movie. That's great. Oh, now I want pizza.
Why do you want pizza now?
Because that, like, I forget if it's in the Goofy, like, just the, if it's that one or the other one. I think there were multiple Goofy movies. Oh, whoa, carefully. But there's a scene where they have a pizza and it's like super cheesy and stringy and just looks delicious. By the way, huh?
I feel like I remember seeing this, but I have no idea when it happened.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I forgot to plug it in here. Can I? Sorry, I'm charging my phone really quick. Can I put my phone upside down? No, I guess I'm reading the chat tiny. Well, that's like an unfortunate. Well, if I miss any, if there's anything like really long in the chat, I might need you to read it.
I'll help you out.
Yeah. Wake up, you fool! Ow, ow, stop. Go back to bed, you fool. What is, like, what goes into
Why do
waking...
fools fall in love?
What goes into making those guys wake up consistently? I swear, I never know.
I usually will, like, go over and hit them and then run while they're opening their eye.
Oh. I think this room's like a side thing, so let me go do something here really quick. Oh gosh, it's just like money for death. Whoa. Whoa. Yes! My skills at Great Gun Gauntlet helped me through that. Honestly, I've gotten really good at dodging I've gotten bad. I'm not very good at like fighting things myself. Like in games like this, but when it comes to like dodging specifically, it's like totally fine.
That makes me happy.
I had to get good because the game is that type of game that gets really hard. I can't wait to see how angry it makes Alti. Because, like, I've noticed there's, like, two sort of things. Alti getting angry because the game is actually legitimately bad, and Alti getting angry because he's bad. And I really hope I can tell between if he's getting angry because it's bad or because he's bad. Because if it's bad, I'm gonna be sad.
Oh no, these guys take 2 hits.
It would be kind of funny if it turns out that he plays through it and it forces him to get good at avoiding those things, and that it helps him in other games, like it's apparently helping you
know what's
here.
gonna be the bad part? No, what's gonna happen is he's just gonna be good at it. And it's gonna make me feel like really bad at video games because it's taken me so much practice to get good at my own game, and he just like naturally good at it or something. That's gonna be what's gonna happen, and you know it.
I don't know. I mean, like, when you get into the higher difficulties, it can... How do I want to say this? You can lose your tempo and be disoriented by how fast it's moving.
Choking simulator. That's what I call the game. Choking simulator, because you get so far and then you choke. And you just start dying over and over.
Well, that's much different than what I imagined when you said that.
Oh? Oh, wait, boss fight. Oh my. I can't remember. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Get away from me. Get away from me. Oh gosh. There we go. Stress, 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 stress. Ow. I think the first time I played this, it was like a clutch ending too. Oh, come on. Okay, this one's gonna get real angry. And this is what makes this fight so cool. It's... Honestly, you know, you said... When I was first really angry at this dungeon, you said I was probably gonna hate this boss. But honestly, I really like the concept of, like, multiple things to fight, and the last one gets really stressfully angry at you. Oh, man. This is
that much is... Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, I'm doing really bad at it, though.
It just occurred to me, as I'm watching this, that these guys have one frame. They don't animate, they just move.
Yeah, they're just statues. They're living statues, but they are just statues. Oh,
Yeah, it's just kind of funny that they don't have any real animations to them, they just move.
If I recall, you can use bombs in this fight. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't happen to remember. I don't think I've ever done that.
Whew. No! This is why I have fairies. This is why I keep fairies. Oh, man.
It's how they earn their keep in those cozy bottles of glass.
I know, right? There
Except
we
they
go.
leave when they do their thing. So it's
Or-
how they earn their freedom.
Gem. But, what was I saying? What were we talking about before stress happened?
Great Gun Gauntlet?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I was saying that as it gets faster, you can lose your tempo if you have a bad moment. usually when I get to a point where I'm losing lives, I lose 2 or 3 at a time,
Yeah,
and then
I know.
get steady again for a while.
I know how that feels because okay, well the difficulty goes up gradually. You really do get in like a focused mindset that like really helps you play. How much have you actually played, by the way? Like I keep telling you to make sure to like play it occasionally when I finish a pattern.
Yeah, and certainly not as much as you, but if I start from the beginning and I'm doing like reasonably well, but not trying necessarily to get as far as I can, like you know, just for a test purpose kind of thing, I can get to not quite halfway up the difficulty scale.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got the pendant of courage! Now I will tell you more of the legend. 4 generations ago.
3 of 4 generations ago. Sure, that's what it said.
Ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of Hylia. These knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the pendant of courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroyed in the great war against evil that took place when the 7 wise men created the seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see. Hey, you. I believe you. I believe you. You should get the remaining pendants and carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down by the families of wise men. I want you to have it.
Oh. I just realized. Can you skip this? Like,
Skip what?
can you forget to get these boots, or do you need them for the next part of the game?
You need them to get to the next dungeon
Okay, thank goodness, because I was
because you
try-
need the book.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember if I forgot them for a while. I think I may have forgotten them for a while until I realized I needed them, and I came back finally and I actually talked to the dude.
Oh, and he gave you a clue about another treasure.
Oh, what was it? What was the clue? I wasn't paying attention. Or was it the clue about the book? Or... Whoa. Getting wrecked because these guys keep phasing into me. Jeez.
I noticed he also gave you a clue about another treasure while you were in there.
Oh, was it him telling me to run into a wall? Shoot.
It was, I believe it's actually a clue about the ice rod.
Can you sort of repeat sort of what he said?
There's a treasure in the cave to the east of Lake Hylia. Get it?
Oh, okay. I forget. This is the game where the ice rod's useful. A Link Between Worlds, the ice rod's like the most useless thing ever, if I recall.
Oh. Although I think the magic restore trick is still there.
Oh? Magic restore?
Where in
Whoops.
this game or that game, you freeze something with the ice rod and then hit it with a hammer, and it usually drops magic.
Oh, that. Yeah. I think I remember that being a thing. Where am I going? Why am I running back to town? I don't know what I'm doing. You know, there was that race in A Link Between Worlds where you have to get across Hyrule pretty much. That is such a pain. Oh, can I catch up to this guy now? No. I forget, how do you catch this guy who runs around in town?
Start from his left.
Okay.
As soon as you get close to him, like, and he starts to run, you will stop, but then you just dash again and you'll get him.
Oh, now he's gone. One second. Yeah, let me come back into town and try to get him. I like how in a
I like how you can, in Link Between Worlds, get him much more clever. And I didn't realize it for way too long of the game. Oops. My bad. Accidentally activated cards. Just a little bit up to date with Planet Coaster. Not really. I don't have the money to buy anything right now, so... Wait, where was he again? I think he was just over here. Oh, come on. Dang it! It didn't quite start up like I wanted it to.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream window.
Oh yeah?
I'm getting to that point where my internet seems like it can handle that or Skype.
Hey. Well, I still got chat open, so I should be fine.
Yeah. I can kind of tell what's going on just by listening, so
Oh, okay.
this is definitely the right game to be doing second.
Oh yeah. Oh, come on. This is just not there. Sometimes when I come at him from the right, I can get him again going back to the left, but sometimes not. It's weird. I think, does he just have to run off screen for me to be able to do it? I don't know. Get him!
I can't believe... Yeah, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. I can't believe you got me with your speed. It must have been easy to kidnap Zelda.
Oh my.
You don't look like such a bad guy, though. Anyway, because you have such quick feet, might be a good idea to run and bash into many things. For example, the trees in the village have many useful things hanging in the branches. Well, just try it, okay?
Oh, he just gives advice?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's stupid. I thought he gave you something.
Nope.
Well, that was a waste of time.
But hey, you got him.
Got him.
No, what was I gonna say about this game? Oh wait, A Link Between Worlds. I could never do the harder difficulty race with the people that like race across Crunchy. I can't words. Across country, not crunchy. Wow, my tongue is tied.
I was wondering what that sentence was turning into.
And I swear that's probably where one of the pieces of heart were. The harder mode. I didn't want to take that ferry, dang it. And honestly, it's stupid trying to think to myself that I didn't want to do it, but I didn't get 100%, and I'm pretty sure that's why. Oh yeah, I gotta go up there. If I recall, I need to get this mountain pendant right now because I can't get the desert one until I do because it needs the warping. Is there anything I wanted to buy in town? I think I might get a potion. Or you know what? I'll just wait till I can get some fairies.
Did you get the book from town yet?
Oh, that's what I was in town for. Duh. Zoom. By the way, it's funny just how like you remember in A Link Between Worlds there's that like challenge tower. It's funny how you can pretty much go there at any time and just max out your money by beating it.
I remember that.
Like money becomes stupidly pointless.
Yeah, and that's kind of amazing for a game that was giving you something you could sink your money into.
I know. It's kind of sad, actually, and I kind of, I think one thing I'm not fond of about that game is that system. This doesn't feel like the best way to handle it, honestly. There's this lack of sense of progression, and it makes some items feel useless and pointless and whatnot. You know?
Sure.
Bees! Oh, not the bees!
That guy who told you to run into trees knew what he was doing.
Maybe it's nothing, but this tree feels kind of strange as we cut it.
Oh, hey you, a mysterious fog has recently fallen over the forest. We have to be careful.
I can't hit this over yet until they're done.
Nope.
I like how the little slimes just jiggle. So happy. Oh, hi, guard. Man, it's already almost midnight. Once it hits like midnight, you can stay as long as you feel, but I won't keep you. I don't know how long I'll stream after that. I think I'll be like a dungeon or so. I forgot I can do the spin already. Wait, I didn't check the cave. Coil.
Hey, yo.
Coil.
No, yo.
Oh, this is one of the ones. Yeah, I have to get in the tree to get that piece of heart, so I'll leave it for now. Alrighty, well, let's try to get up to this dungeon, get this, like, part of the plot over. Actually get the main gimmick of this game. Oh, wait, I can't get up here yet without the gloves, can I?
Yeah, the first 3 they make you do in order.
Wait, but... Isn't the one down here? Oh, it's the Dark World dungeon I can't get to yet. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. You know what? I think I was thinking too much of Link Between Worlds. Because I think that one's like inverse. Or something.
Ah.
I don't know. I'm not good at this. Honestly, games like this is why... Oh, did I actually... I didn't actually do the thing up here, did I? Did I? I can't remember. Did I? But no.
Where are you right now?
Oh, wait, yeah, I did, never mind. Sorry.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to remember if I did the thing yet. Games like this, people like praise for its open-endedness, and then they hate on Skyward Sword for its linearness. But you can only do like so many dungeons of this in order. Or out of order.
Yeah.
And honestly, there is this sensation that there is an order that you should play this in that's most optimum. Take a drink. I can't remember why it feels that way, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I know that, like, the first time you play through, in all likelihood, you're going to follow the numbers, because you figure it's a difficulty thing, and you don't want to go out of order of that. At least that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And then, after that, you kind of know which dungeon you need a treasure from in order to progress to other dungeons. And I know that people have kind of mapped out different orders that you could do.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I guess I just activated that thing, which I'll deal with later. If I recall, I need that, like, flute thing, for fast travel in this game.
Yep.
Fun fact, I didn't know about it until very late into the game, and that's one of the things that frustrated me, was learning that I could have done that, like, I'm pretty sure much earlier than I did.
Yep.
That was so obnoxious.
Yeah, there's a number of the things in this game that don't have that great of clues pointed at them.
It's like, I hope this stream doesn't just become me ragging on the game.
too hard.
Well, here's a different example that's kind of funny. Some video that I watched recently, a guy was talking about if Pokemon had become too easy, or if it was always easy, or just kind of different thoughts of his on that matter.
Yeah.
And one of the examples that he used was in the first game. They give you a clue about where to get a map, but they don't force you to get it. So you might skip it if you're not paying attention.
Yeah. I think I remember I got it when I was a kid, but I think I recall also having like played and realized you could miss it once.
Yeah, I have mistakenly missed it on not my first playthrough, but one after it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I never actually stopped in there and got that.
The original Pokemon's a weird game.
Yes.
It's the only one I've really played. And it's also not really the best thing in the world. Oh man, look at this man. ... Pay no attention to the average middle-aged man standing by this sign. Sir, leave him alone. Is there anything you can do with this?
Remember that fourth bottle we were talking about?
Oh yeah?
You bring the lock, and he is the key.
Oh. Interesting. Those crow things look so weird sometimes. Oh. It keeps giving me big heals, but I need little heals.
Just look for warp tiles on the floors of dungeons and look for suspicious places near them. We learned that from the first one.
If I recall, the next dungeon we're about to go to is one I used to always like abuse.
Yeah, I think there's one in there somewhere.
Oh no. This. There's like a strategy to this that I always forget. That doesn't work. I've noticed one weird thing about this game. I don't know if it's just because of perspective and hitboxes, but it sometimes feels most effective to shoot, or like, not shoot, but to, sword upward. Oh my gosh, these sand guys! This was a bad desert. I'll start at my house. Okay, one thing I don't like is you respawn without all your health. I don't understand why.
Especially because a number of the places that you can come back to have quick health restores. Like your house, the pots inside always have hearts.
Yeah. Will this give me fairies? I know I'm not very good at this game, but... Oh gosh darn it! This is so close to the other one. Is it just the fact that in the, Dark World they're little? Is that, like, something I just never noticed?
You know, I'm not sure.
Also, it's really weird to be able to recognize areas from A Link Between Worlds and, like, think about, like, the differences.
It is kind of an interesting feeling. I experienced that in reverse when I played Link Between Worlds.
Also, I like how I can get some bombs here for no reason. I don't know why I got them. I didn't know if it was bombs or money. So I just got it. And it's like, yep, that's bombs, I guess. I didn't even know if it was going to be bombs.
We'll just throw these into my bag and let them bang up against each other.
Yeah, they won't spark. Not at all. You know what's weird? So, okay, you know, shoot, Tingle's Rupee Land or whatever.
I've heard of it. I've never seen anything about it.
Well, it's like a really, really weird,
a link between, a link to the past.
Oh,
Pretty much, it's like this. It's pretty much a Zelda game, but with Tingle, and instead of normal combat, it's this weird system of money collection, and like pretty much the joke of the game is you have to hire bodyguards to do the fighting for you.
Aha! This is the Book of Medora. With it, you can read the language of the Hylia people.
Okay, thanks for that. So the weird part about it is the theming of a lot of the areas in the Tingle game. At least the one Tingle game. I watched a Let's Play of it, but I haven't watched the Let's Play of I think the other two it has.
oh gosh.
Funny enough, they have to be fan translated because I'm pretty sure they never came over to the States. I think
I believe that.
the first one I think came to Europe, but the others not. They weren't even like too bad. But come on, get away from me. Leave me alone. I can't wait till I get some of the screen clear items this game has. I abuse those. No, come on, stop. No, the Link Between Worlds landscapes remind me more of it than it does A Link to the Past, is what I was gonna get at. I fell down a spiral watch. Can you give me reviews? What? I don't even know. Oh gosh, weird symbols. Oh, did you know gaming videos? Oh, I'm stupid. I didn't read it. I thought it was Donkey Kong. I'm dyslexic apparently.
It's okay, I can't see the chat at all.
Oh.
To open the way, to go forward, make your wish here, and it will be granted.
Oh man, prayer. You can't have that in video games. No, what?
It's okay, we used the word wish.
Oh. It took a little while for that to happen. And then they rotated. Forever. Oh, can I not get out? Oh my gosh. Maybe I can just do it again.
There's a secondary way out from the dungeon.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, this dungeon I remember actually not being too bad. If I recall, this dungeon has one of my favorite bosses.
Yeah, this one's not so bad.
Snake boss.
Surprisingly, is weak to the ice rod.
Oh, really? Huh. Oh yeah, I need to find where that is, don't I? Out here.
Yeah, it's, it's sort of weird because he gives you the clue about it, but it's an optional item. But if you get it right away, the next boss is weak against it.
Interesting. I don't think
It
I
is
had it for that boss. But I can get it right now?
Yep.
Huh. But I've already come this far. If I...
Yeah.
Maybe if
You-
I die, I'll... Instead of just doing the dungeon, I'll go adventure a little more and then I'll do it or something?
And you will fight the boss again someday, so you could use the ice rod the second time around.
Though I remember it felt easier that time, but that might have just been because I was powered up.
Super swords,
Yeah. See, that boss is really weird. Because... Oh, this area is, like, really weird if I recall. I really like that boss, and that boss, like, goes straight in line with what I love about snake bosses. But then later we get the hamburger snake, as I guess you can consider it. Which is the most obnoxiously stupid boss. Everything about that boss is poorly designed, in my opinion. Coming out this way doesn't get me anywhere, does it?
Just a way to leave, probably.
I guess so. One of these takes me to a ledge where I can get a piece of heart, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
But this boss it's like everything you could want from like a snake boss. Multiple snakes. And like physics. And it looks good. The other one's just circles.
Funny enough, Majora's Mask has a sort of updated version of this boss in it,
Oh yeah.
but it's very different and it can be a lot of fun for a completely different reason.
Huh.
The way that the
Whoa.
snakes move is not necessarily the same thing, and they're only weak at the head and the tail, which I can't remember if
yeah.
these ones are.
think
I don't think these ones are, but that's a little bit of frustration. The fun part is that's the one where you can become 50 feet tall.
Oh yeah! Do I really have to hit that button every time? Man, this game. Oh man, I'm just remembering how long I got stuck in the dark world, trying to figure out. I think you can only fast travel in the light world, but there was a dungeon in the dark world I could not get to because I did not know about the fast travel, and the fast travel is required for it.
Yep, they require the fast travel to get to there, and then they they force use it toward the end in a place you normally can't use it.
Which I'm pretty sure there was something in that dungeon that I missed because of that.
Ah, sure.
Because I went into the boss room, I'm pretty sure it locks you in, or maybe I thought I could continue on. So I think I'm gonna explore that dungeon a little more thoroughly. Oh yeah, I can hit those guys with that. Whoa, I got stuck on a corner there and it shook.
Ouch.
Don't die. Jeez, man. Might as well actually get an actual item. Oh. Oh, that's not the puzzle. Why are there lamps there if that's not the puzzle? There we go. Oh man, Pharaohs! You caught a fairy. It's weirdly spelled. Don't know why. Is that a mistake or is that on purpose?
It might be an alternate spelling.
Huh.
It's weird because I've seen a couple of fantasy things where the type of creature that fairies are is called Fae, but that's spelled F-E-Y.
Interesting.
So if you take it the way the game is spelling it, you could say it's fairy, but it's a different spelling.
What in the world is going on here? Do I have to... Wait. Do I really have to do this? Oh my gosh, that's the stupidest thing ever.
Hey you, it is I, Salsa. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon.
You must never fail to.
You must never fail to.
Do I have the map yet? No. How dare
Gotta be
you.
around somewhere.
You've got to be around somewhere. Oh, I need
Yeah,
that.
but I'm several states away.
How dare you. Hey, dude, wake up. Dude, wake up. You're dead now. I like
Well,
how
you
these-
could have left him asleep for that.
No, I couldn't. He needs his eye to be open for him to die. Hey, dude, wake up. You're dead now. You know, it's messed up that they give you these pots in this room, and I feel like the implication is they want you to be able to shoot. My brain's dying. Use your
getting
arrows. They want you to use your arrows on those guys, but you can just use the pots. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Stop it. Kill room. Kill this room. Die. It's weird when you can hear, like, sounds that are like a room over. Wait, is there nothing else in here?
It's kind of like an early one. Oh yeah, there is a trap room in that dungeon.
Is there just nothing in there, though?
Yep.
That's stupid.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
There's probably something in there. It's gotta be. That's how this works, right?
A bit of cruel dungeon design that I've heard of from Dungeons and Dragons, and I think these kind of games too, is a room that doesn't have anything in it.
Unless I got something and I wasn't paying attention. Also, I love that. Oh, there's those cannons. I love the freeze frame there where I get hit by the laser because I solved the puzzle. Oh, it's like a demon. 16th century. Thanks, Thomas. That's weird. So would the anti-fairies actually be actual, like, angels then? They're the good ones? Okay, now I can get the dungeon item. You know, this game progresses way, way easier now that I'm familiar with it. And its sequel-ish thing. Which furthers my whole thing about how nostalgia forgets how frustrating first-time plays are.
Yep, I'm seeing that more and more as time goes on.
It's like, when you're good at a game, you become incredibly blind to a lot of its flaws, which is one of those things I worry about as a developer. There we go, power gloves.
I mean, we at least know some best practice stuff to try to keep us away from that, but we still want to be conscious about it.
One thing is you just need to, well, one thing is making a lot of projects, weirdly enough, helps.
Yep.
Because you're starting over, and so you're bad at it over and over, in a sense. But it's one of those things where you just need to learn. You just need to pay attention to what feels bad on a first playthrough. Because those things can't be solved with a second playthrough.
Yeah.
Or, you know. Those things can mentally... Yeah, I don't know.
I understand what you mean.
No, you don't. You lie.
I understand what you don't understand that you mean.
You know, I find it weird that you have to go through a menu for the different bottles. Instead of just
That is
having
kind
them
of
there.
odd.
Wow, I guessed that pretty well. Oh, hey, floor panels, my favorite. It's never worth it. I forget if some of these rooms, don't they put down chests if you survive the whole thing?
Some of them do, yeah.
I forget, can I? Oh, yeah, I can hit them.
Yeah, I usually just like hold the sword in front of you like you're gonna do a spin attack to block whatever one is in front of you. Still requires moving around, but takes some pressure off.
Oh, wow, look at that. That does work pretty well. Nah, that one wasn't worth it. I just took a lot of damage for stupid reasons. Whoopsies! You know, I could go back to the fairy room. Huh. The one thing that these dungeons never felt good about is because they're so cruel about dropping stuff, they always felt tedious if you ever needed to go through them again. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on!
I think I know what you mean.
Why do I take damage by touching those guys? Well, now I gotta go back to the fairy room. Because I'm down a fairy and I need that for the boss. You know, I'll figure out what this room is first, then I'll come back. Yeah, it's just a puzzle room, I think. Here, let me light these on fire. Now I'm salty.
You know, when I can't see what's happening and I hear something like, let me light these on fire, I can only wonder.
Apparently that does nothing, so I'm just gonna go get my fairy again. Yeah, it was lamps.
It better be.
You better be. Are you a better bee?
No, that's in the same place as the ice rod.
Oh my gosh. No one ever uses bees though.
You can sell that bee.
Oh yeah. Oh man, the bees in Link Between Worlds. That dude gets so excited.
That game's a little different. As is that bee guy.
That guy's crazy.
But he can make you friends of bees.
Are you a friend of a bee?
No. History has decided otherwise.
Oh. You
Not
just-
in recent years, but
Oh, you're just
let's-
talking about the last time you got stung?
let's put it this way. The human ear is not a flower, no matter what a bee might think.
Oh. Oh my gosh. How far would I have gotten in Galaxy? Well, I'd have more viewers, I can say that much. No, what? Apparently people really wanted Mario Galaxy. Didn't actually realize it. Then again, I wanted this, so that's all that matters. No, I would have probably beaten another, like, set of levels or so. I don't know. Stop following me. I wish I could destroy these statues.
That would be great.
They're so obnoxious. Okay, let's just continue quickly. Whoa! Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. This is shot so far. Oh, is this gonna be more floor panels? Dang it. Stay away from me. Don't give me damage right before the boss.
Are you really that close to the boss already?
Well, there's the skeleton on the floor.
Wow. I can hang around and listen for that.
Yeah, I think this will be the end of the stream for tonight. Oh my gosh, there's so many floor panels. They still give me nothing.
I mean, you know, they gotta make a space invader on the floor.
Oh yeah, that. Wait, why? Oh! I threw a pot at this guy and he didn't die. Why? What? These guys, it worked earlier. Stupid hitbox, man. Maybe it just doesn't work? I'm confused.
What color are they?
They're red. Usually I thought that worked.
The red ones are only vulnerable to arrows.
Wait, really?
And it takes two.
Ah. Yeah, I know, right? 1 viewers. It's because Kyle's internet's so bad. He would have been the second one.
I know, I was doing such a good job viewing and then not.
Then not. I honestly should have just kept. This was an experimental stream to see how well people stick around. When I change games, because apparently I have a crowd of people who prefer. Who prefer. Whoa! What hit? Oh, the rocks! I forgot. No, yeah, I apparently have a crowd of people who prefer the single game for a whole stream setup. Come on, get him. There we go. Usually the bombs are really good in this fight. But, I can't. Get him! No! No, but apparently, yeah, people just seem to prefer. Whoa, put myself there. If I just stick with one game. It's weird, but, you know. I'm doing kind of poorly because I'm trying to do this bomb thing.
I don't think that means it's working.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, that one works. Let me switch to bow.
Just got this really sudden cereal craving.
Oh, jeez. Can't remember. No, I think I just need to use swords. Oh gosh, I'm dying. I'm trying to remember how this fight works, and I'm doing a bad job of it. Oh, they got like really weird hitboxes.
One thing that I'll do sometimes is to charge the spin attack while they're underground, just to give myself a larger
yeah.
area to hit.
Yeah, that usually works pretty well. Well, I killed one of the three. Wait, oh, I died to a rock. Well, I've got fairies.
Rest well, knowing that the one thing that has legitimately killed you was a mouse.
Oh, yeah. That will forever be my only game over. Oh, come on. Stop with the rocks. I forget, does the spin attack do more damage?
Technically, I don't think it does, but it sure feels more powerful.
I think it's just because it can hit things.
Yeah, it actually has an area.
You have an area.
I'm in my area.
Yeah.
I live in my house.
You know, out of all the things people praise, I will say I do think these classic boss fights felt pretty good. Now, they're not very dynamic like newer boss fights. You know, okay, actually, Skyward Sword, people, you know, they still, like, hold some biases against it and whatnot. But honestly, I haven't beaten it. I will say that much. But the bits of it I have played, holy moly, it's got some good boss fights.
Yeah.
Wind Waker, while I do like that game a lot, I will admit, a lot of the huge bosses aren't like as good as a lot of the smaller bosses, in my opinion, in terms of like how they feel.
Sure.
Just because the big bosses, it's just a pattern of do a thing, you know?
Yeah. You know, when I think about Skyward Sword, there's one big boss that I think of that I'm gonna just guess that you haven't reached yet, but I imagine you will love it when you see it.
I remember there was a boss pretty early into the game where the way you fight it is you have to do a specific like trick because he will counter every single one of your attacks.
Is that Girahim?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when he's first introduced or whatever.
In my mind, Girahim and his fights are usually the worst ones.
Really?
Because of that.
Oh, well, I will admit I got stuck on the first time I did that pretty badly.
Yeah. I mean, other bosses are a little bit more straightforward, and yeah, the one I'm thinking of has fantastic spectacle to it, so...
Yeah, I remember a couple really good bosses. His, in concept, are really cool, because you've got this dude who's just really good at fighting.
Yes.
Also, I beat the boss.
I can tell.
I forgot to mention that. I guess you could hear the music. So I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna, move a couple rocks. I forget, can I lift these yet? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you got that treasure in there. Which means you could go back to that cemetery.
Oh, yeah! Those weren't the rocks that I can't lift, right?
There's two gravestones, one blocked by light rocks, one by dark.
You know what? I'll get the ice rod. I think that's gonna be the last thing I do this stream.
That's a good choice.
The last thing I do. You know, something I need to do eventually is, if I ever get an actual, like, user base, like, consistent 10 plus, I should actually, like, raid streams of people I know. Well, then again, I don't actually know anybody who streams. So it'd just have to be if there's, like, any, streamers I like that are on. Then again, I try not to stream when they're streaming. It's such a hard conflict of life.
Stupid life.
Stupid life. Stupid unpopularity, meaning I can't do a stupid little thing. I do know I at least want to start, like, you know, Dan occasionally streams. I keep, like, it's funny. Usually it's like, it's when I'm not feeling like streaming with him that he wants to stream when I'm, like, playing games with him or something. But
Yeah.
then it's when it's like he's in a really good position to stream is when he doesn't. And it's like, what are you doing, bro? I thought you were gonna do this stuff on your days off. When's Plague Night? Maybe once I beat this game. Oops, stop that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I need bombs. Not bees, bombs! Oh no, I fell in the water. Everything's wrong. But, wait, I can destroy that cave with just the running, can't I? I'm stupid. Well, I still want to check out this area. Oh, hey, I got a bomb anyway. Get out of my way. No. I guess I can't do these caves. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing all the wrong buttons.
Button your way to victory.
And if I don't... Oh gosh! My bomb killed me! Luckily I still have another fairy.
Well, there is an alternative to victory.
I like how my joking topics and then ATB, like, I guess joke hosts me just now. Well, okay. Well-timed end of stream. Oh, there's the ice rod, yeah. Oh gosh. Oh man. Those 500 plus, like, note whatevers. Oh man. You know, I've never... The most I've ever had a legit, like, popular moment on social media of any kind was my old YouTube channel back, which I wasn't, like, the most proud of, so I kind of, like, moved to the new YouTube channel I have. I prefer Crabmaster games over Crabmaster 100 in terms of channel name quality. So, that one, I made, like, a meme video, and it got, like, 60,000 views or something stupid like
Wow.
that. It was a parody of the All Your Base Are Belong to Us for that ACTA thing that was going on.
I don't remember that one.
Well, the worst part about it is because YouTube has changed its formatting since then. It no longer renders right on YouTube.
Huh.
The frames of, like, my old, like, Windows Movie Maker quality stuff do not come out right on it. It's so weird. So yeah, that's just, like, old history. Aside from that, like, I never ever really get noticed on, like, Twitter or anything. I don't make, like, enough content. And I don't make relevant content. I'm hoping, you know, I guess I've had one or two kind of successful Reddit posts on the Minecraft subreddit, if that's anything to be proud of. Not really, not that, like, crazy.
I mean, like, nobody's gonna say no to that, so...
You know, at this point, I don't ever have anything on the internet that makes people hate me. But I also don't really have much to make them really impressed with me. But anyway, yeah, I'm hoping like the game stuff can be like my sort of, hey, I have a thing to get noticed because of. No, what? Lols. But anyway. YouTube tube. It's a tube of YouTubes? Is that just like someone who presses all of their play buttons together into one, like, play button?
We call that a tube of consciousness.
My gosh. I think I just maxed out my money. When did this happen?
Better go get those flippers then. You know, next time.
Yeah, I'll have to remember this. Wait, isn't there like a place where I can like give a fairy like some rupees and...
Dark World.
Oh, dang it.
Or if it's not Dark World, it requires the flippers to get there.
Season
It
of
it might be
Fire.
Light World.
Season of Flame will be my ascension. Oh man, so I think I might actually turn the next Spyro Let's Play into a stream series with Alti. Unless people really want it to be another Let's Play. That game plays well enough I wouldn't really have to edit much out of. First, like, so I could just stream it, really. I actually should edit some stream highlights together, honestly. Because those are much better than full streams. I've somewhat been debating if, like, I kind of didn't want to, but I'm somewhat debating if I should make yet another YouTube channel for stream backups. Because, well, then I'd have to move them all over, the ones I've already done, and, no, thank you. I mean, I do have them all on an external hard drive, so. I guess that's the end of the stream. Is there any way to save?
Select.
Oops, hit the wrong button. There we go. Didn't know that. I think I went through the entire game just returning from where I left off.
It does not count as a game over in this game.
Oh, really? Huh.
The original NES game, if you wanted to save that without dying, you had to press a button combination on the second controller, and it may or may not have counted as a game over. I can't remember.
Ah, yeah. You know, it's funny, I do have Majora's Mask on this. Let's play Girl Off with Ultra Hand. Yeah,
And
Huh?
I think that's my cue to leave. Well, not just yet.
I'm pretty much just... I'm done streaming. I'm just doing this for the joke of it, really. Oh, wait, does this only require the normal... I've never actually opened this. It's just one of those things you got off for free on the Nintendo deals. This is so stupid. No, yeah, I did a lot of editing to, the Spyro Let's Play, and I really want to do that again. Well, maybe I do need both. But, I also put off editing that whole Let's Play for, like, almost a year. So, it's one of those things that I don't know, like, if the trade-off would be worth it. What is this game? I don't actually know. Club Nintendo, yeah. Let's just skip and see if I can figure it out.
Oh gosh.
That's how the Game Grumps work. I'm sorry.
3, 2,
What is this? What is this?
Are you winning?
No, irony, game over. That's what I get for not doing instructions. How does this work?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm not figuring this out without instructions. I'm gonna reset. Or no. I'm gonna leave menu. I'm done streaming. I'm done. It's over. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it over? Isn't it? Isn't it over? I think I have to actually go to the Wii U menu to turn off this. I'm dead inside, aren't you? Did he leave already? Glorious. Oh gosh. Hi. He's still here. Okay. Oh no. It's the end of the world as we know it. Kyle, I know it's midnight, but go fix things for me. I want my music to sound good while I play my video game. Then again, the music's probably not, like, good anyway, so I don't think you could fix that.
I can at least make it sound like it's supposed to sound.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me. Oh gosh, I made my desk such a mess. Oh no, it's the end of the world.
Stop that.
Oh no, stream's over. Come on, go to the end. Wait, why did the music not restart? What's going on here? Whatever, it's over.
Is everything broken?